Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Alienware Gaming Arena Semifinals match between Dignitas and MYI, as this is the second matchup of Best of 3 series. Dignitas, probably one of the most well-known American teams, versus MYI, a team not really known too well, but definitely a strong team, as my co-caster with me today can definitely explain. His name is Kingdom. You can find him on YouTube, Kingdom Nerdia, all one word, twitch.tv/Kingdom Nerdia, and he is with me yet again after casting in TNP Gaming Arena. What's up, dude?
How's it going?
It's going pretty well. Game 1, pretty interesting. Dignitas won very, very decisively, I think would probably be the kindest way to put it, but they used some really, really awesome picks as well. So what can we expect from MYI in Game 2?
I'm looking forward to some more unorthodox picks. I mean, I don't know. In my situation, if I was playing against Team Dignitas, I would try to make as big of a statement as possible with my picks as well as my play. And MYI, even though they lost fairly early on, I think it was only a 26-minute game, they did put off a heck of a show defending their base for a longer time than either of us expected watching it. So we'll see if they put another. I don't know. The sniper aggressive tri lane may have been a bit misguided, but we'll see.
Yeah, as we'll just get right into this game, so we're going to unpause in 3, 2, 1, unpause. As, yeah, if you want to check out that game, it's going to be on youtube.com/KingdomNerdia, as he's been covering a lot of these North American games, and definitely some interesting picks. Meepo was played by Bulba, Sniper was being played by MYI, Shalfin was being played by Ali, Clock was also on the MYI squad, so definitely some interesting picks. But really what was the huge factor was Snaking's Bounty Hunter, and I would expect to see MYI immediately just ban that out, as apparently I did not. No, I did unpause, as apparently I'm just blind.
No, it's going to be a less Shrek ban. I'm not entirely sure about this. Very strong hero, but he got a lot of play a long time ago, not as first pick, first ban, recent time. Dignitas is going to continue their series, pick banning, though. Dirge and Magnus, probably two of the most ban-worthy heroes in the current patch.
Yeah, as MY probably just trying to leave as many quote-unquote imba heroes in the pool so they can pick up 2 of them rather than just 1 of them, because they do have the second picks, but they might just have to give up Bounty Hunter, Batrider, or Darkseer with this first opening pickup by Dignitas. Of course, they're going to get 2 strong heroes of their own, but Dignitas, if they get their hands on Bounty Hunter again, I do not know how MYI will cope with that, as Snaking just completely ripped through the MYI squad.
It might be worth noting that I think it looks like Universe is playing this game instead of Snaking. I could be wrong there.
Oh, yeah, he is. As Bounty Hunter is going to get the ban, so Barrett is going to be picked up by Dignitas. And Barrett, probably the best mid lane hero, one of the better laning heroes. Can also lane in the offlane position, can also lane as a jungler, very versatile, makes teamfights 4v5, and is overall just a complete badass. As meanwhile, MYI going to pick up the TA and the Darkseer. So very strong heroes, but TA, even though she doesn't lose out as horribly as people expect against Valor, she still loses. So I'm not really too sure about this one being picked up by TA.
Oh, wow. So Chen and Pudge are the follow-up picks from Dignitas. I do think Templar Assassin can also play safe lane solo equally as well as she can play mid, and with a Darkseer, you do have the versatility to switch up your laning and put a different hero besides the TA mid. Also seeing a Rubik picked up, I do like that as well. You can steal the lasso. Stealing Firefly and watching Rubik's flying around on a broom is also pretty entertaining. So
yeah, I always just imagine Rubik just cackling to himself like a witch wildly, but Dignitas picking up the Pudge with their first 3 pickups means that they most likely will pick up more crazy heroes in their next phase, as they're going to ban out the NA, and they've been receiving a bit more play recently in the Asian, the European scene, mostly in the Asian scene. Don't think MY would have picked it up, but maybe Dignitas just going with whoever they don't like playing against at this point, rather than going for team-specific bans.
Yeah, I mean, Nyx actually, I do like this. It's refreshing. I haven't seen him like since, the Vigas days of old, back when he was, 3-shotting people, but Cuddle and Jakiro get the bans, 2 very strong support heroes. Supports do look like what my intent is lacking at the moment, possibly also a strong carry hero, although Dignitas doesn't seem to be too worried about it, leaving the Sven in the pool as well as other strong ones like Void, Luna.
Yeah, right now what MYI has to be concerned about is that Dignitas has a lot of early to mid game presence, a bit more early game focus rather than the last game. Chen, of course, gets going pretty fast. Pudge gets going pretty fast. Batrider can get going extremely quickly. Meanwhile, TA does take a little bit of time. Darkseer takes a little bit of time as well. Rubik pretty strong as well, but MYI might just have to pick up some more turtley based heroes. And yeah, Jakiro and Coddle definitely would have been perfect pickups for them, and they're going to be removed from the equation altogether.
Yeah, I think as far as supports go, Coddle and Jakiro are probably the best in terms of counter push and turtling. That Coddle blast so annoying when you're trying to push a tower, and Jakiro's Macropire with its low cooldown is also very effective at shutting down 5-man pushes.
Definitely, definitely. A Shadow Demon's going to be picked up by Dignitas. Pretty more, bit more standard, but I'm hoping that Dignitas will pick something completely out of the woodwork in their last choice. Meanwhile, my intent, they still have to get a more turtley-based hero. Really, I think turtling is probably the best way to go, and it'll be interesting to see who they decide to go for. I don't think they can beat this early game lineup by Dignitas, so they have to focus more on the late game. So we'll see how MY does fare with that, as, like we mentioned, in the last game, they definitely put it together when defending their base. Unfortunately, they're just a bit too far behind. We'll see if they can put it together this game.
Yeah. My Dota 2 just crashed.
I guess we'll just pause after the pick phase ends, but I'll just narrate as this game goes on, as MYI taking quite a bit of time. Most likely going to see Darkseer off lane position, TA mid lane, Rubik safe lane support. So MY definitely have some options. They're going to pick up Luna, definitely a trendy hero these days. Very, very trendy Asian hero. LGD and loves that Luna as a very strong carry. Not really the best defender because she has such low range, but if she picks her BKB, she can definitely rip through the side of Dignitas.
She's also got an excellent farm potential in her ability to clear out ancient camps as well as jungle camps very quickly with her glaives, and those glaives are also a very effective pushing tool, being able to take out creep waves, towers, anything in your way all at the same time.
Yeah, definitely, as Clinks is going to be the last choice for Dignitas, so not going for anything too wacky. Clinks still receive a moderate amount of play. Definitely a hero that shouldn't be too surprising. We'll build that fast orchid, just rip through everybody on the side of my intent, and those searing arrows, especially with the tower pushing capabilities of Chen, with Pudge also being there to constantly hook a hero out of position, definitely can give my intent a lot of trouble. So my intent, they're going to pick up the Shadow Shaman with the last choice. Not really the best, more of an aggressive pusher, but can definitely defend. But I don't know. I don't know how Shadow Shaman, I don't know about MYI's lineup, if it can really hold off the aggressive power of Dignitas.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about that. Shadow Shaman, I guess they really don't. All the other really good defensive heroes have been already blocked out by the banning. I have gotten Dota 2 back up. I'm now about, I guess, where you are, 643, 44. 45.
I'm at 715.
Alright, so if you can go ahead and pause, I'll catch up to you really briefly here. So, 715.
Actually, 721.
Alright, go ahead and...
But I guess now's a good time to go over the players and teams. I'll go over Dignitas. Fogg is going to be playing the Pudge. Tides of Time going to be playing the Batrider. So Tides of Time playing the Batrider means that it most likely will be a jungle-oriented Batrider rather than a mid-lane-focused Batrider, or maybe even an off-lane position because they have two stands this game. Balba is going to be playing the Chen. Universe is going to be playing the Shadow Demon, and Clinks is going to be played by the carry player Ali 2000.
All right, and then I guess I'll go ahead and introduce my intent here, unless you want to unpause first.
We'll unpause in 3, 2, 1. Unpause.
All right, awesome. Yeah, we will see Orbit, the solo mid player, handling this TA, so it will be a solo mid TA. And we will also see Chicken MC on this Luna, farming up the bottom in a defensive tri lane with the supports Jamie D and Lopert on, respectively, Shadow Shaman and Rubik. And looks like the Darkseer, again handled by Incarnate, going to be tagging along into the jungle just for fun.
Yep, as just checking out the starting items, you can see Chen picking up the very early Smoker to See as Tides of Time, not yet leveling up point. Probably going to level that point up into Firefly so I can get an easy escape as Chicken MC does spy out the Batrider. Probably anticipating more heroes by Dignitas, but it is just a solo barrier, not the highest move speed, 290. But looks like MYI not going to go for it, as we'll see how these lanes shape up, as I don't really think Shadow Shaman, Luna, and Rubik can really keep back a Batrider. Batrider, his main weakness is that he's slow and he has short range, but Shadow Shaman and Luna don't really have high range either.
There is a lot of disables here, though. So if the Batrider does get even a little bit out of position, he'll have some trouble. He's going to run into the Shadow Shaman in the jungle, just exchange a little bit of cute back and forth. But no, there's the shackle onto him immediately. Rubik going to probably pick him up. Yeah, going to pick him up and throw him back, but not going to be quite enough. Looks like Tides will still get up onto the high ground and make it away safely.
Yeah, I think Rubik waited a little bit too long, but maybe it was just a bit of lag. Maybe just Luna didn't get the right build, as Luna did go for that Lunar Blessing, so it wouldn't matter anyway. Didn't get anything like that Lucent Beam. Meanwhile, Fog is going to take a bit of harassment in the mid lane by the Rubik, definitely taking advantage of that haste soon. So far, MYI seem to have a pretty solid game plan, as Tide's going to go to work on Xiaoshan. Xiaoshan, like I said, can't really match up too well against Batrider, but Xiaoshan doing his job, keeping Batrider away from experience range, and without Napalm, Xiaoshan not really in too much danger.
They do put the same ward in right behind these trees. Like I said before, I'm not really sure about that ward. It doesn't give you a lot of jungle vision. It doesn't really give you a lot of lane vision either, but I don't know.
Yeah, might be next level ward. We're just too scrubbed to know exactly what it means.
Yeah,
as TA, Pudge does beat TA, not really in the laning phase, but Hook Rot just completely rips through that refraction meld charges. And meanwhile, there is a Smoke of Deceit by the Shadow Demon as he's going to wrap around. Might catch Orbit out of position. Here comes a disruption. Fog going to get in position with the Rot and the Hook. Not yet level 3. Can he get the hook going on Orbit? He is going to get the hook. A couple more ticks of Rot, and he is going to get first blood.
Getting very low on himself. Good play there by Universe, taking away the tower aggro so that Pudge could survive and not lose that much health. He's going to go ahead and salve up, be just fine. Chen also roaming in. Bubble playing the Chen. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, all versatile heroes, as Dignitas told me that they just love picking the Pudge for Fog. Actually, Fog, since he's the captain, just loves picking the Pudge for himself. As Rubik is going to find Pudge. Pudge out of mana, does get the bottle shipped towards him. As Batrider still just level 1, as looks like MYI doing a nice job controlling the creep equilibrium, but the creep are going to eventually get pushed to the tower, so Batrider is going to get that Napalm up soon enough. And here comes the wraparound gank by Chen. Can Batrider hit level 2 fast enough? He is going to get level 2 before Chen will exactly come out. Very, very bad timing for MYI, as the Napalm is going to start flying through. Just hits level 2. Here comes the Napalms and the Firefly. Can they clean up Luna? Firefly going to come to effect. Tides taking a lot of damage. One more hit is going to mean the death of Tides, as can Chen pick up the kill on Luna? Luna too fast, as Luna is going to escape just fine. Yes, she is, as the Shackle's going to come through for that neutral creep, just constantly warding away the Luna. Luna's going to come back in, but looks like Chen does die, and the creep does die with him, so nice recovery by MYI. And more importantly, Luna picks up a nice experience bounty and a nice gold bounty as well.
Yeah, very lucky play on her, as well as some pretty good positioning. I like how the picking up the Batrider was very well played on her part, and only barely having enough mana, 2 points already into Lucent Beam, which does get very expensive very quickly in terms of mana.
Yeah, definitely, as Tides is at level 2, so Xiaoshan can't really go as boldly forward as he wants to do in the past, so Tides of Time will be a bit better off in this lane. Luna can't really harass the Batrider back either. Meanwhile, on the top lane, Klink's just having a field day, absolutely free farming, because Darkseer is forced to go back into jungle, getting level 4, rather than just forfeiting all experience altogether. Going to get as much experience as he possibly can get, but that is going to mean a farmed Klink's, and farmed Klink's definitely not something you want to go against, as I miss a kill on the bottom lane. I'm guessing Shackle into death.
Yep, yeah, a lot of damage coming from this early game lineup on MII.
Oh, Shadow Poison going to scout out the Rubik, who is trying to stack the Ancients for the Luna, but he's going to get caught out, but he does get killed by the neutral of those golems. They were avenging the Rubik. Meanwhile, TA and Pudge engage themselves and mutually assured destruction, as it's going to be 4-4. Both teams playing very, very aggressively, but this Chen and the Shadow Demon getting a lot of things done for Dignitas, and Glaze is still free farming.
Yeah, that is one thing to keep in mind here. Aoi is just having this absolute field day up top. 1,300 gold up already on him, as well as a Ring of Aquila, so really not in any position
Oh,
to...
what a hook by Fog, not managing to hook the Barometer. Just good communication. Fog teleports and gets the hook with the Firefly, and Napalms are being stacked on Luna. Looks like Barometer going to pull back, trying to stack as many Napalms so Pudge can get in position to get another hook, but still killing the Shadow Shaman, preventing Luna's farm, all the while, like you mentioned, Clinks is constantly farming up. So Luna, even though she hasn't died, is still getting pressured nonetheless.
Yeah, and granted, she has also gotten herself a kill as well as an assist, so not doing too badly. She did make the correct item choice here, picking up that magic stick, which does earn you a little bit of your HP and mana back every time that Bat Rider throws his napalm down. Probably the best item counter to that Bat Rider in this off lane. So
Not too sure what that means by Bulba, but apparently these guys know each other. As Orbit gonna face up against a Pudge who is level 6 Orbit, just gonna die very, very quickly. Not too sure what Orbit was thinking, but gonna definitely pay for it. And now he's gonna have 10 seconds to think about what he just did in the fountain.
yeah, Luna almost picking off the Bat Rider, who maybe Tides was playing a little bit too aggressively in the bottom lane. He's going to back off with 150 HP. And now Shadow Shaman walking back into lane. Darkseer rotated to the bottom lane as well. He has level 6 as well as a Soul Ring. And what looks to be most of the Tranquil Boots up on himself. So not doing too badly in the jungle. I mean, granted, he's not doing anything to shut down Aoi on the top lane, but he's at least doing pretty well for himself. So.
Yep, but here comes another disruption gank by the Shao-Dune. Soul Catcher unfortunately does not land the TA, lands on the Rubik instead. Fog just running around in circles, still gonna get the kill with Dismember and Rot. Here comes the kill as Rubik might be next in line, but the Fog lifts the hook. Fog is such a scrub at Pudge apparently, as he does lift the hook. Meanwhile, Pudge is definitely doing his job, just roaming around the map, causing all sorts of chaos, and Shadow Shaman, gonna be the recipient of that, just gets immediately hooked out. Hasted Pudge, too good. Here comes the Napalm stacks onto Luna, only one stack thus far. Eclipse gonna come back in. Fogged is gonna escape, just a nice retreat, as Luna, very scared, but couldn't pick up the kill anyway, because out of mana for another Lucent Beam, so definitely didn't want to venture too close. So this Pudge, single-handedly, just changing the course of the game, because he's allowing Clinks to just completely have unimpeded free farm on top.
Yeah, one thing to notice though is that neither team has any wards anywhere on the map at this point. So all of the dire map control that they clearly have, being able to gank all over the map, has just come from their map awareness and movement.
Yeah, like you said, those Radiant wards did expire at the 6 minutes, but even that lane ward wasn't really too powerful, as Pudge has been ganking from the river. So it's not really the best ward to scout out incoming Pudges, but hopefully we'll see MY recover. Unfortunately for them, TA has just been having a miserable time. 31 CS, but only level 5, doesn't even have the traps going, so can't get the map control going for her. As Shao-Dune going to place a very aggressive laning ward to spot the movement, as Darkseer finally going to roam to the top lane, and he might pay for it with his life. Nope, never
Yeah, we
mind.
do see Chen chilling over here with a Hodokin Creep as well as a Wildkin. Not the best lockdown against the
Hook
Darkseer.
on the bottom lane as Xiao Xiao does get killed with shackling Barrett. As Barrett, will he chase the Luna? No, as Fogged is going to try to make his way towards that Luna. Is going to get a teleport in by the Templar Assassin. Templar Assassin, is she even level 6 yet? No, she is not. She realizes she can't actually do anything with this teleport gank. We'll see if that's going to come back to bite her in the ass. As the Lucent Beam, one more hit, they are going to kill the Barrett. As clearly a huge victory for MYI, because Barrier did take the fall, but still Universe is going to be the next one to die, so nice recovery by MYI, but the hook in, splitting the D by Fogged, gonna catch Loper as Barrier did buy back, gonna get Orbit out as well. Can they get the raw kill? Pudge does die, as just so much chaos happening all over the map, so many kills, but the surge a little bit too late by the Darkseer. Barrier is trying to run away, he did buy it back, he's going to get the napalm stacks going, but the Firefly and the Ion Shell constantly draining the damage. Flamebreak in completely opposite direction, gonna get hexed as well. Here comes the Shao-Dune, looks like Barrier does take the fall. Shao-Dune's gonna get hexed or shackled as well, but they're not gonna go on the pursuit as Templar Assassin turned away, allowing Universe to escape. So much action. But meanwhile, Clinks is just, you know, chilling.
I always like, yeah, forget you guys. I'm just going to stay up on top lane. He's already got one Oblivion Staff, as well as the gold for half of the next one. So, just having the time of his life up here on top lane. This is like Carrie's dream right here.
Yeah, I'm sure Dignitas just raging at Bulba, saying, "You've been level 6 for a while, why no Hand of God?" As, probably just trolling it up, Bulba is. As Fog gonna make his way back to the mid lane, just checking out the early grass. Here comes the hook in, getting that creep nicely done, Fogged. Gold graph not really, well, both graphs are relatively even, but the gold graph gonna take a bit more of a dive after the tower killed. And while still very much in this game, but again, this TA pretty much having nothing accomplished, is level 8 after those kills on the bottom lane, so it is something going for her. But now we're starting to see the movement and the lack of experience by MY. They are all grouped up and Luna's not farming, and this is a trademark of non-professional teams. As here comes the Soul Catcher, Flamebreak gonna push the Darkseer back. Here comes the Dismember and the Rot. They're gonna kill the Darkseer, they're gonna turn around, they're gonna get the Rubik as well. And now MY not looking in the best position.
Yeah, Luna does have this Hand of Midas, so she might be able to keep up in terms of farm. That's really the only hope that they have going for them at the moment, as it looks like Fog is going to get another kill in the jungle on top of the Shadow Shaman, who's just really probably unlucky at that point.
Yeah, Shadow Shaman, I was surprised to see him on level 5, I expected him to be at like level 3, but it was just a dual lane. But Fog is just having a field day, just running all over the map. And Clinks is going to have that second Oblivion staff up relatively soon, going to have that Orchid up. And meanwhile, TA can't really get her mojo going, only has the phase boots. As here comes the push, and TA, again, can't really do too much to stop this. Without the Serpent Wards, they really can't defend against this push.
Yeah, TA does have to back up. She does now have phase boots as well as her trap. Gonna slow people down. Looks like she may try to go in for the deny, but thinks better of it in the end. There are 3 Dire Heroes here. No, 4 Radiant Heroes coming in. Vacuum on top of the Bat Rider, but he's just gonna Firefly out and be just fine.
Yep, just Fireflying, just spreading the creeps, or killing those creeps, as Rubik trying to get in position to steal the Firefly. Does get the Telekinesis Disruption on the Barrier. Barrier should take the fall, as Firefly gonna wear up. Barrier does take the fall. Hand of God coming in a bit too late, as Bulba is gonna take the fall as well. Meanwhile, Fogged is gonna pick up a kill on the Shadow Shaman. The Shadow Shaman so very unlucky, as a lot of chaos happening all over the map, but Fogged should pick up another kill on the Templar Assassin. Refraction constantly being ranged by the Rot. Another hook in for the Darkseer. Fogged is just a monster. 12, 2, and 3, and they are underestimating his Pudge, and it is costing them.
Yeah, no throw Pudges here. He's already got 6 Urn Charges as well as 14 Flesh Heap stacks. Gonna find himself a Regen Rune as well, getting all of the luck as well as all of the good plays now.
And oh wow, as oh no, Shadow Shaman, say it ain't so. Say it ain't so.
Oh, all he wanted to do was ward. No, he's gonna get the drops the wards for this. I don't know about that decision. He's just gonna die to Rot even while he shackles.
Yep, Fog just gonna farm these wards, just saying thanks for the extra gold. Meanwhile, Clinks has finished the Orchid. Where is Clinks? There he is. He's on the bottom lane, ganking the Darkseer, who's just realized, oh, Clinks has an Orchid. Unfortunately, not enough to finish up the kill on the Darkseer, but still, now Radiant playing very defensively, and it's really looking very grim for them. They're just, look how defensively they're playing. They're not even venturing past Tier 2 tower.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. This Luna hasn't had quite the farm that she wants. She is higher than... She's got the 3rd most net worth of anyone, but she's still behind by about 2,000 gold behind this Clinks. And early game, that's a lot. That's a whole Tier 2, Tier 3 item. And that's exactly what's putting Clinks so far ahead and Luna so far behind at this point.
Yeah, while Luna was constantly pressured by Pudge, Clinks is constantly pressured by creeps, which isn't really a fair matchup, as TA might be in for a World of Hurt. Nope, looks like not, as Barrier clearly being called a noob by all his teammates from 1, 5, and 7. Tied to time struggling a bit, but he's getting his job done, getting 7 assists. As there's going to be Wrapper on gank. Luna, she might be in for a World of Hurt. Here comes the Soul Burn, and the right clicks of the steering arrow. Clinks picks up his first Orchid kill, and most certainly will not be the last.
Yeah, it is. He's now up to 2-0. Got that kill on the Darkseer in the top lane as well. And I mean, it's just really starting to look bad. The Radiant are sitting as 4 right now inside their mid lane, unable to go out alone at all. I mean, Bounty Hunter, of course, is going to have a little bit harder time. Oh, we got a Flying Chicken over here as he does get hexed up by the Shadow Shaman. Ultimate drop down, probably going to be enough damage to bring down the Shadow Shaman. but he's going to get vacuumed back in. He may have some difficulties here. Fire flying through the trees like a pro, trying to get out, getting bursted down by the TA. A lot of right-click damage, but
oh, fogged with the hook. As here comes the pursuit for the TA. Fog trying to get another hook to get on this TA. Disruption onto the Darkseer, who is going to be locked in place for a bit. Soul Catcher and the clicks coming back through. TA is going to take the fall as well. Triple kill being picked up by Clinks as Chen just pushing down the Toji Tower. This is looking very grim for MYI. I don't really know what they can do at this point.
Yeah, I mean, really, and I really don't know at what point they really started going wrong. I can't really point to any single critical mistake. It really just is the amount of map awareness and experience that these Team Dignitas players have, just knowing exactly where to be on the map, exactly when. And that just comes from probably playing a heck of a lot of games against a heck of a lot of good teams, which, you know, it's kind of hard to get that experience.
Yeah, but MY gonna get some of that experience right now, as Dignitas definitely a top tier team. Struggling a bit, but trying to get back onto top form, as the experience and goal graph reaching very, very critical margins at 15 minutes in the game. Definitely means that these heroes are not going to be able to easily come back, especially without something like a bounty hunter who can just get the trackle. But there's going to be a kill on the Shouting. Orchid going to come in, disrupting the Shackle. Can Shouting escape? Looks like he is going to escape. Clink's just doing too much damage at this point. And really, oh man, Shouting has a blink dagger. Fog comes back in, gets the hook on Tides of Time. It's Dignitas just pretty much stomping the other team at this stage in the game.
Yeah, Luna by herself is trying to push out the top lane. She does have... oh, man. GG called already.
Wow. Very fast game, 16 minutes in. But really, at this point in the game, there's really nothing you can do, because Pudge and the daggers will just catch you out of position. Clinks will just burst you down. As, I don't really think they gave up too soon, as, they really couldn't do anything to come back from this game. As, looks like, yeah, that's going to end this. So, Dignitas going to move on to the finals to compete for a prize pool of around $1,750. And they're going to be pretty happy with that, as they managed to get there in pretty nice style using Meepo in Game 1, Pudge in Game 2. Pretty impressive victory by Dignitas.
Yeah, and I mean, MII have played very well on their way to this point in the tournament, beat a lot of good teams of their own getting here, and they do still have a chance in the third place game to take some money home of their own, $250 at stake in that game. So...
Yep, as the game is going to end. Pretty much what went wrong is, I think, yeah, just not really, I don't even think they got really necessarily outpicked. The TA just got shut down too early on, level 5 at like 8 minutes in the game. And I think that's where it all went wrong. And after the wards expired, Pudge was able to go on a rampage. So Dignitas taking advantage of those small little windows and turning it into pretty much the game really shows you how far ahead professional teams are above amateur teams. So any last words?
I think that pretty much covers it. I do want to give a shout out again to Lopert, who got us the replays for this match, and thanks for agreeing to cast this stuff.
Yep, you can follow Kingdom at youtube.com/KingdomNerdia. He's bringing us a lot of North American Dota action from a lot of these different in-house leagues. Really, really exciting Dota. Really, really pretty interesting picks. You can catch Game 1 with a Meepo and a Sniper and a Clock and a Shadow Fiend on his channel, so check it out. Please give him support. As always, thanks for watching, and see you next time.